Welcome back to the Amateur Hour podcast, episode 7. I didn't have to check what episode it was before starting to do this. I'm joking, I did. It was episode 7, but welcome back. Last week's episode, mate, I don't know about you, but I had so many messages about it saying, thanks, mate. Thanks for reviewing my physique.
Yeah,
Appreciate the support, mate. Honestly, it was really good.
yeah, man. The response from that episode, like, bro, the views on YouTube have like doubled the other episodes, which is sick. Um, which is really cool. I mean, the response from that episode was cool. A lot of story tags, which is cool, which is what we wanted.
That's good, mate. People keep on doing that. Honestly, it's
Yeah,
good to get. It allows me to follow more people that interact with me. I've been following everyone back that's been tagging, and
yeah, it really pushes it to like way more people. It's really, really helpful to be fair.
yeah, it is good. So we appreciate all the tags, guys. We appreciate. I saw somebody the cookie box. The cookie box. I don't know if you know about cookie box, mate, but it's what I have every single off
Yeah.
plan. Mate, she gave us a 5-star rating. So big up the cookie box. She'll
Big
be
up,
listening. The
big up.
cookie monster, mate. Honestly, mate, I'm not joking. I've got a freezer full of them. I've got about 15.
Yeah,
My diet starts in about 8 weeks. So I've probably got two a weekend, which is a good little ratio. Then it's so good, bro. They
banging.
are so good, mate. But anyway, how you been, big man? How you been?
Yeah, good, bro. Good. Trying to think what's gone on this week.
You went to London, did you? You went to that
Yeah,
you went to that
yeah,
red band, green band stuff, like the natties and the non-natties.
yeah, well, yeah. So we went to the day event first, which was Muscleworks in London, which was cool. It was really cool, like big turnout. It was like a deadlift kind of competition kind of thing. Um, there was I decided not to deadlift because
Well
there,
done, mate.
yeah,
Well
I
done.
was I was smart about it. Well, I say smart. I got there, I took an honor roll, and didn't deadlift. Um, I took one going in thinking, bro, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm deadlifting. And then I walked in. We were a little bit later than some other people, and some girl deadlift 220. So I was like, well, nope, I don't.
Immediately emasculated.
I was like, fuck, okay, brilliant. Still sort of on the edge about doing it or not. And then there was this 19-year-old or 18-year-old kid who is the strongest in the world for his weight class. Yeah. Um,
Why are there so many freaks,
yeah.
mate?
19 or 18, I'm pretty sure he's 19. He is in the 110 kilo category. He's pretty tall,
Mate, so he's a big boy then.
and he deadlifts. It was 385. Yeah, at
Was it
19.
conventional? Or is it
Yes,
like one of them just
conventional. And when someone told me he was there, I was like, yeah, all right, I'm good. I'll just go get a pump. That's what I'll do.
yeah, mate. We'll just sit on the pec deck, mate. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll let them go on the deadlifts. I'll just stay on the pec deck doing. I'll do laterals on the pec deck, mate. That's sound
That's
by
pretty
me.
much all I did, bro. I did some delts, and I did some chest, and I did some arms to make myself feel better. And then just said hi to everyone, socialized, which was all right. And then we went home. There was something wrong with the train, so it took fucking late, like so long to get home. Um, got ready, like we ate all the meals, squeezed in all the meals so that we could go out. Got ready. Bear in mind, it's like a nightclub thing, so they wanted people to get there for like 10, 11-ish. And I was like, I'm already tired, bro.
Mate, that's a
Me,
no
me
go
and
for me.
Lucy were like looking at each other like, I can't be fucked.
Mate, I bet Lucy's like, bro, for bedtime, bro. Like,
Yeah.
let me get.
So we were both fucked to be fair. And then we both got ready for it. We got to the train station and I was just like, nah, bro, like the trains were delayed anyway. So I was like, one, it's gonna take us long to get there because it's like an hour away at 11 or 10
Nah,
p.m., right?
I'm all good.
We'll be there for however long. And then when we're done, the trains are done. So it's gonna be fucked for us to get home. So I was like, nope, tapped out. Um, we went back to my mate's house who lives near my mum's and smoked a joint and then went to bed. Um, so it was a good night regardless. Like it was sound. Oh, bro, and then the journey back to Leeds yesterday, bro. Train strikes are probably the worst people that could strike because it's like
Mate, I,
it
I agree, mate.
fucks everyone. Like everyone who was trying to get from London to the north was at St Pancras station because King's Cross station was shut. So we were in a queue. Bear in mind, we got there at 10:20 for our train that's at 10:30. We're in the queue, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, the 10:30 left 10 minutes ago." What? He was
Oh,
like,
so it
it was
left
full.
on the wrong time.
Yeah. He was like, oh,
Decent, mate.
it's full, so it left.
Decent.
And I was like, right, well, we've booked tickets. And he was like, "Well, yeah, so is everyone else." I was like, right, okay, sick. So we had to get a fucking rail replacement bus.
Oh no, not
Yeah.
the bus.
From London. Well, we went on a train somewhere to like Bedford, and then
Oh,
rail replacement bus all the way to like Peterborough, and then a train from Peterborough to Leeds. Bro, it was like a 7 hour journey total.
mate, I can't trust trains. Because one time, Charlotte was a train strike, but then I didn't know this. Apparently, it's Avanti and South Coast, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But she went on the Avanti train, right? Because the other one stopped. But then she got charged like 150 quid for having the wrong ticket for the wrong train. And I think,
What?
mate, I'll have to get this mate. I'm not even joking. She got a fine for going on a different train. And I'm thinking, how's that even work? Trains are trains. One's a
Yeah.
Avanti one, one's a different one. But the one that she was meant to go on was cancelled because the people were on strike.
Yeah.
Went on a different train to the same place, fined 150 quid. Mate, I was there like, how's that even work? And mate, you know,
Absolute joke, bro. Absolute joke.
not the train lines. I'm so mate, I've not been on a train in years. Thank God. I think the last time I
The
went on
thing, the thing is, like, they're never normally that bad because Leeds to London's a direct train. So it's useful to get work done. Like, if I'm going there, it's a 2 hour, 15-minute train. I can get setups, check-ins, whatever done, and I'm good for the day. And then it's a straightforward journey. Like it's not
one.
normally hard, but for whatever reason there was a strike, so it just made everything like so bro. Sitting on a coach,
Mate, I see loads of coaches when they when the coach replacement people, and there's lines, and they're like, "I was so glad I'm not one of them."
bro. I
And
was
I can just imagine you standing there like, "Bro, it's like 4 hours to Peterborough. Then we got to get from Peterborough to Leeds." I'm thinking, "Oh, mate."
bro. I was when we were like consider when Lucy brought up the idea, she was like, "Oh, there's a rail replacement bus." I was so close to just being like, "Do you want to just go back tomorrow?" Like I'm waiting until this is done. Because like the
Let's
bus,
just take
it
another
just,
Anadrol, get a chest pump. Let's
yeah. It just felt like a school trip. So I was just like, this is shit. Like Lucy hated it as well. So it's just like we both weren't talking. It was just like the longest day ever, bro.
mate. No one would like that, bro.
No, it
No
was
one would like that, mate. Yeah, fuck the train
um
strikes, mate.
but no, the weekend as a whole was like fun. Like obviously that was the first time Lucy met my mum. So yeah, I know.
That's mad.
That was good. That was a long time coming, but that was good. Everything else was good. I don't think I've done much else this week. Been pretty chill, just bodybuilding. What about you? What have you got to?
Just bodybuilding, bro.
Good.
Honestly, um, mate, I love it. Absolutely love it, bro. I think was it last week? Yeah, I've not really done much, mate. I'm having a little look through. I've not really done much at all. Yeah, I came back from Scotland.
Yeah.
But other than that, mate, it's just been the usual week. Check-ins, consult calls, mate. The usual, bro. Yeah, absolutely nothing's really. But then again, mate, I love it to be honest.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even mate, Nathan in my check-in, he was there like, mate, it's like nice, it's just refreshing to have somebody who just does the do in the week. It might be quite boring. Then he went, well, it's not actually boring because you see the progress. And I was like, yeah, mate, it's not boring. I just do what I'm told, mate. Eat my meals, take my
Exactly.
drugs. That's it.
Exactly, bro. That's all you
Like
got.
literally, that's all you got to do, mate. And people, he's there like, yeah, it's sound. So it's just one of those, mate. I get the shortest check-ins, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, mate, we're doing
I don't
way.
know. I don't know about you, but you might not be at this point yet. I don't know if you do you ever get to the point where you're like towards the end of a cycle, you just hate pinning.
Mate, I am pinning. I mate, by all means, mate. Somebody asked me what my cycle was. I
Yeah.
have. I'm pinning a mill every day. I hate it.
It's fucking
Genuinely, I hate it. And if I was on primo, I'd be pinning like 1.5 mil. I cannot like. Don't get me wrong, it has to be done, and I will
yeah.
pin like every day to keep the pinning frequency high and modulate hormones and all that stuff. But oh mate, it comes around to the end of the day, mate, and I'm thinking, I just hate like,
Do you push it till the evening so you don't have to do it?
oh mate, I push to
Yeah.
the evening, bro. I have a shower. I have a shower. I have a shower. I'm thinking CBA to do this, mate, and then I just leave it till the end of the
Yeah.
day. But when it's on like when I'm in like a TRT or a health phase, man, it's like point 0.2 every 3 days.
Yeah, it's the
Or
best.
mate, I do it every morning, mate. Just
Yeah.
pin every morning.
Yeah.
And then, but well, I just look at it, mate, and I'm thinking, oh, it's really CBA. really CBA. But I'm glad it's not me that just feels like that because
Oh, I think most bodybuilders hate it. Like, obviously, we like the feeling of it and we do it for a reason and we get it. But it's like the actual process of injecting ourselves is horrible, bro. I hate
yeah.
it.
But
I hate
I don't mind it like the fact of it's just one of but it's like it's just long, mate. Like it's
it.
just even though it takes like 2 minutes, not even that. Like I've got these 27 gauges as well. I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm trying to push like a mil for a 27 gauge. And if anybody knows the feeling, mate, it takes about 5 minutes. So I'm there. I'm fat. I'm trying to get it in my lap. I'm shaking because I'm literally like standing still for so long. And Charles, they're like, "That's taking ages." And I'm there like, "Don't you think I already know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to stand still. My arms shaking everywhere. The pin's shaking. I think
Oh, mate.
I'm glad it's just not me, mate, because I don't mind it. I don't mind putting it myself. It's just like every day, and it's like a lot of oil come up peak blast, but
Yeah.
it's just got to be done, mate. It's just one of those things. I'll never miss a. I never miss a pin because people they're like, oh, I've missed my pins, bro. I couldn't do that. Fuck that.
I think I've missed two in my whole sort of career, lifespan of being on gear. But it's oh mate, it just gets on my nerves because I'm all day I'm thinking like, bro, before this podcast, I was like, oh, I've got a pin after this. Fuck. It's like I'm just waiting to do it. I hate it.
It, I've spoke to a lot of people, like they do feel the same. It's like, oh, you just got a pin, and then people like try and spread out their pins. I couldn't do that because there'd be more oil in one pin, but it's just
Yeah.
one of those things. We're just open and honest around here, guys. Just one of those things, mate. But yeah, man, it's just been honestly a normal week for
Yeah.
myself. Been organising, going up to Scotland again because I've got a client competing in High Rocks, and obviously meeting Lewis and try and meet more clients this year, mate. I said to myself, obviously, like I said in the last podcast, mate, the whole year when you prep, it revolved around prep. When you start your prep in March, you're in January thinking, oh, prep's only 2 months around the corner, whatnot. You prep until October, then you're trying to manage post show, and that leads us into the new year. So the whole year is managed around prep. And I was there like, I want to travel, meet more people, meet more clients. Like that's so I've just been organising, meeting my clients. I've been going to the shed. Is that what mate? Is that what it's called, mate?
I think so,
TB
yeah,
TBJP at time shed. I'm just gonna call it the shed. JP called it the shed, so I'm just gonna call it the shed.
yeah. That's right.
Meeting them there, and then I'm going to Derby every week to see clients there, mate. So it's just like trying to get out a little bit more.
Good
So
man.
I said to myself this year, I'm not going to be like sort of hid away because you get in that sort of cycle with prep, mate, where you just so robotic, aren't you? It's
Yeah.
just the fact that you just like live this, you do the same thing every day. It's gym, same gym. You don't want to travel because you've got to travel with your food, and then you get hype on the way back, mate. The feels, bro.
Yeah.
That's about it, man. That's all I've been doing. Nothing much.
Have
Just been,
you been to the new Ultra Flex in Derby yet? Or is that
mate. I didn't train there, but I had a look around there. It's sick, bro.
yeah, I've seen it. It looks really
So
good.
sick, mate.
Yeah.
It's how far is it? How far is it away from you? Like an hour and a bit.
Probably just over an hour, I think.
Yeah, mate. It's
Sure
literally
that's
bang
where
on. Mm.
B modifiers and stuff as well. We want to hit all of them. So that's at whatever point in this year we want to travel a lot. Same with you, man. Super.
Somebody asked me
Yeah.
what's better, B modified from the podcast actually,
Oh, okay.
B mod or Ultraflex. I said with B mod, it's like a more he's got like a more bodybuilding environment there. She's like he's got all the kit, it's handpicked kit, like it's really really good. But then with Ultraflex, it's just Ultraflex. It's the best kit. Mega like so many different variations of kit. Like you've got about 4 different pendulums, 3 different leg presses. Like it's just ridiculous, mate. So it's more of like what you fancy, really. But the environment there is pretty decent, mate. So it's just like what you prefer, really.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Lucy about it today, not about that specifically, but with gyms that have loads of different varieties of the same bits of kit, I think that would stress me out more than because you see House of Gains is like it's very simple, it's very basic. It's like we got a leg curl, we got a leg extension.
That's what I like, mate.
I
That's
know
what I
what's
like.
there and I know what I'm hitting on. If I'm at a gym and there's like 5 different of one kit, I'm thinking, I'm always thinking I want to change what one I'm doing. I don't
Hmm.
want that. I don't want that. I like the simplicity. I like that.
That's what it is. We're just like, okay, you got this leg curl. It's a decent leg curl. That's sound. Like that's the same with intent. You got one like seated curl, one line leg curl. You've got leg extension. You got leg press. But when you go there, mate, you've got like, which pendulum should we go on? And I'm thinking, well, there's about 5 to choose from. I'm thinking, I understand. Obviously, it's busy. obviously more variety and stuff, mate. But I'm just like that's your pendulum, that's your leg press, that's this, that's that. But like they got like 5, 6 variations of everything, everything, mate. It's ridiculous.
I think that would just stress me out.
It would bug me. It would bug me. But like I said, mate, it's all like what you prefer. Like just B modifiers, like one bit of everything. They got a few chest presses, obviously. Got like 2 seated hamstring curls, but one line, one leg extension, like 2 leg extensions. But it's like so it all has a purpose to be there. But I think with Ultraflex, it's like, yeah, we'll just take all the bits of kit and then we'll just put it in a space. But
Yeah,
it's all about what you prefer. But it's decent, mate. We'll get a session there, but and also
yeah,
EP as well. So I haven't been to the new EP yet.
EP
Um,
is wicked, bro. The you went to the old one.
yeah, I went to the old one, mate. Yeah,
The new one is 10 times better.
is it
Like,
round the corner? Is it in the same sort of like estate
it's
as well?
very close. I don't know if it's the same one, but it's very similar in terms of like what the estate looks like.
Yeah, where it
Yeah,
actually is. So
it's
it's not like a ten
fucking
minute drive away.
yeah, it's very, very close.
Sound.
It's it's ridiculously good.
Yeah,
Like
it looks great, mate.
I want to say the venue, not the venue. The building, the location is cool as fuck. Like it's like sort of underground basement sort of gym. Wicked, bro. I don't know how to describe wicked. We'll definitely train there.
Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there, mate. We'll train whatever, bro. I'm sound, mate. I'm past the point now, mate. I'm feeling good. We're feeling good, mate.
Yeah,
We've got 3.5 plates on the low incline for
I
10
saw.
today.
I saw.
We're going 4 plates, mate. 4 plates very, very soon. But mate, what? Let's get mate. Do I get some questions, mate? I got quite a few questions this
Yeah,
week,
I got a good amount.
which was decent. Which
Yeah.
was decent. But what I will say is, guys, if you want any recommendations for people you want to bring on, people you want to see, anything, message us, tell us. Can we put a thing down below, like, comment down below if you want
Yeah.
to see? Because I've said people want to have Christian back on. I'm thinking, well, Christians are only like we have Tim, we can have Tom, we can have anyone. So, um, yeah, tell us what you want to see. We'll
We
get
can
it
get
arranged.
athletes as well as coaches, man. Like
Yeah,
we
mate,
can,
athletes as well, people who are competing this year. I think
yeah.
it'd be really good to get like Ryan on,
Yeah.
Derek. Those two saw each other the other day, and
I
that's pretty
saw,
cool.
I saw.
That's
They're
pretty
in the
cool,
same
mate.
show as well, aren't they?
Yeah, so
Yeah. Sick.
it was like a pre-rehearsed little like, pose down, mate. It was Derek looks so good.
He does
Like
look.
I missed him by 2 minutes, mate. Like
Oh, mate.
I went down the gym. I had my haircut, mate. I went down to the gym and I was like, "Where's Ryan?" He's literally just left, and I was like, so I saw him, missed him by about 2 minutes, mate. So, but
Damn.
sorry, Derek, mate. But I'll see you on show day. So I'm going to be down there in 5 weeks.
I've got a fucking decent amount of questions.
Yeah, same, bro. I've got some
Yeah.
decent ones, mate.
Sick. I got some serious ones and I got some pretty fucking funny ones to be fair.
That's what it's all about, mate. That's what it's all about.
Yes, bro. Um, right. Well, I've got a few which are like Arnold predictions and stuff. I think
Mate, I've got so many of them.
yeah, we'll do those
Are
at
you
the
going
end.
Arnold's?
Yeah, we'll do
What?
those the predictions, like show predictions at the end, because we can actually like pull up competitors and whatnot.
Yeah, cool.
We'll go through the ones that we don't need to put up anything for. So, how would you structure a split to bring up your chest?
My split, mate. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, man. You can even do if you're like new into your career, like lifting career. Mate, I've only just moved to like a more specific split for me with Nath, but I was doing upper lower with Christian for 2 years, mate, and I just increased my chest frequency over those 3 upper sessions. So my frequency was pretty high. My frequency and my volume was higher because we usually go like 2 push sessions over a week's rotation, but I got 3 sort of highly focused pushing sessions over a 7 day rotation. So I would say if you're new to the gym, upper lower, make them more push focus. So put your pressing movements at the start, taper volume up over the training block. If not, I do push, pull legs, rest, push, legs pull. So you got 2 direct pushing sessions there, which you can obviously taper down volume. You usually put more volume on the first push, so it's 4 sleeps from the second push, and then you probably have 2 main presses on your second push day because only 3 sleeps until your next push day, so you can recover from it, and then you can go into loads of mechanical details there, mate. But I'm not going to bore people.
No, that bro. I think that's probably the best one. obviously upper lower is probably the go-to. Like
Mate, it is, bro. I did that for two
great
years, mate.
split.
People said to me, "How do you make so much progress?" Upper lower. It is the goat split. You get the best pumps. You can make volume over the week better. You can make literally do one session with three presses or one, two press and one fly, one pull. If you want to be more back focused, more lat focused, you can put at the start of the week more lat. Like it's so good, mate. It's so versatile. You can put so much variety in there. It's easy to increase volume, and you get to have increased frequency over it. And if you can, like, it's really easy as well because you can do put upper lower rest, upper lower rest, upper lower rest, or upper lower upper rest, upper lower. Like you can literally put a rest there wherever you want, depending on how demanding the session is. So it is good. It's goated in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree, man. Um, do you want to go? Should we just
Yeah,
go
man.
one?
I'll go. This is one from last week. Not one from last week, but referring to last week. Are you guys going to be sticking to rounding up untested feds, or will you be looking at natty ones too?
I mean, yeah, I think we can. There's loads of natty shows, so it's
There's no
definitely
bit. I want to be at loads of natty shows as well this year, mate. If the
yeah.
Green Band Warriors want to be want us to go over them, they can do. But
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
think
mate,
obviously like the PCA naturals will be sick. So
mate, it'll be
that
great.
one for sure. I think the bigger natty shows like the finals or the
Hmm.
just stuff like that. Because there's I think if we're doing all of the untested ones and all of the natty, but we're gonna have no fucking time.
Mate, I know, mate. It'll be like I think we should probably do the PCA Naturals. I'll be there anyway. But then you've got WMBF finals, BMBF finals, UKDFBF finals, and people will be messaging us about some freaks and no shows anyway.
Yeah,
That if they want to, if they want us to look at them, we can do, and then obviously we can see where they compare over the other nays across
yeah,
the other
bro.
federations. But yeah, I think we'll sort of dip our toe in that end, mate. But if you want us to see any sort of natty freaks that are going to come and show up this year, send it across.
Definitely. Um, this isn't a question I got, but in regards to last week's episode, I did get a lot of people asking if we're going to continue doing that because even after that one went up, I still had people putting their names in the thing. So I was
We
like, okay,
should do
cool.
it. We
I
should
think
do it.
we'll do it every couple episodes. I think
Hmm.
go over other people if they put themselves in, they put themselves in, just stuff like that.
Hmm.
Because I think that brought in like a lot of people were like, oh, cool, this is sick.
Yeah, mate. Like I said, I don't mind. I'll be honest with people. Like, just
Yeah,
don't take it seriously. I don't have the best physique, but I'd like to say that I can sort of dissect someone's physique and be like, you probably can work on this, and we'll
yeah,
show you how to work on it. Don't take it to heart. I know I need more muscle everywhere. It's just one of those things. That's all it is.
yeah,
But
exactly.
people loved it, which is good. People actually took it like good, like constructive criticism rather
Because
than being
the
like,
thing is,
"Oh no,
we weren't like
no, man,
basically like rude about people's physiques. We were giving them like very decent criticism,
yeah, mate, I
um,
agree."
constructive criticism.
I
So
just, I just
it's
don't want that one
a good
person
point.
that's all to be like, "Oh no, they'll be oh, mate." But
Yeah,
I think if you're like a good bodybuilder, you can take on that criticism and be like, you know what, I think, mate, so many people said to me, you need to bring up this, and I was like, yeah, that's true.
yeah.
That's true, mate.
That's what bodybuilding is a criticism based sport. So it's like
Yeah, man, definitely.
I think that'll work really well. So yeah, definitely continue with that. Hack squat banded or not? Can you give us a perfect example of a leg day which is quad focused? So part one to the question, I would obviously opt for a not banded hack squat. Just get fucking strong without the band. If you don't need the band, don't use it. You're kind of just going to trick yourself into thinking that you're stronger than you are when you're not. Um,
Mhm.
it just my opinion. If you want to use a band, use a fucking band. If you need a band, then cool. Like for example, my knees are fucked, so I would probably need a band for
I
hacks.
was going to say that in that case, I would probably use a band.
I would
If
use a
you're
band. Yeah,
then, but if you're so reluctant on not using a band, because there are people who generally have knee injuries, and they're like, I'm still not going to use a band. Just expose yourself to less load,
yeah,
maybe do like a higher rep set first and do like a heavier set where you might pause. So you might do your first set like 15
yeah,
to 20, second set like 8 to 10 pause. So your exposure to load is less. Because there are generally people out there, mate, who will not use a band and they've got like messed up knees and they're going, I'm still not using a band. And they're like, okay, because you're probably best off reverse banding it. But then again, mate, you've got your arguments. It matches the resistance profile better with you using a band. But
yeah,
then again, you get most of the response through hypertrophy, through the mid to length and range. So with using a band, you're taking away that. So that's all I'm going to say. That's a great detailed answer about unbanded or banded hack squats.
Then, in regards to a quad focused leg day, in my personal opinion, what I've always preferred with legs is like pre-exhausting the muscle before you do any sort of
Mm-hmm.
compound work. I've never really been one to put compound work at the beginning of a session, so it's just all I've really known. And I just feel like I connect better with it. So I would put the smaller accessories such as like adductors, calves at the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the session. Then I'd go calf raise, either seated or standing, alternating between leg A and leg B. Um, Adductors, then I'd go for like a seated hamstring curl or a lying hamstring curl, just something to get blood in the back of the knee. It's always my personal opinion to it's better to warm up the leg from the back first. Um, then like a leg extension, and then I'd go to a compound. So I'd either put like a leg press or a hack squat or squat variation, so pendulum
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Um, if then the second movement after a squat would be a leg press. So I'd do so say if I did a hack squat or a pendulum, I would then go over to a leg press for the movement after that. Quad focused. I would probably do another hamstring movement. So if I did seated at the beginning, I'd do lying afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd probably end on like a Romanian split squat or like a lunge
Jesus
variation.
Christ, mate, that's a brutal session right there.
They're horrible, but they fucking work, man.
Nah, I completely agree, mate. Like my leg session's absolutely fucking brutal and it works. So um that I would say the same. If you don't connect well with, if you need blood in your quads prior to pressing or like, your squat variation or leg press variation, then do it. But then again, you see a lot of people nowadays, mate, what they're starting to do is they're putting their leg extensions first, then their seated hamstring curl. So they're actually going in with their quad compounds more fresh. So they go adductor, leg extension, then seated hamstring curl. So then by the time you get to your quad
Right.
work, your quads aren't absolutely trash. Mate,
Yeah.
how many times you finish your quad extension and then you go onto your hack squat and you're thinking, my quads are actually trashed.
Yeah.
So people are starting to sort of rotate between that, seeing if they're getting more benefit from putting their leg extension first. But then again, mate, I think a generic calf raise, adductor, seated ham, leg extension, hack squat, leg press, then going into some form of, again, high hamstring isolation or some form of unilateral work. Again, depending on how much you can handle, I think it's sort of your generic base. But have a little go. I personally don't do leg extensions before my compounds,
Okay.
but that's just me personally. But like I said, I have done that, and I have like, but I'm just trying it out. It's not like I prefer it. I've been doing years of doing pre-exhaustion work before, and I want to see how I get along with doing it without. But to be fair, I probably will go back to doing leg extensions
What
beforehand.
I've what I've seen a few people do on like YouTube and stuff. I don't know if it's like a thing or like if they're just doing it now, but they do. So say they had two sets of leg extension in the day in the session, they would do their first set. It wouldn't be like a top set, back off set. It would be like a same rep range both sets. They would do the first set prior to the hack squat or whatever squat, and then they would go and do the second set after their hack squat. So they'd do leg extension twice, but just split their volume across for whatever reason. I don't know if that's like
It's like it has different benefits. So the reason prior, so you can load the quad in the short and range. So when it's fresh, like when they always say, when it's fresh, you load it heavy in the short. And then you got to think of the two drivers of hypertrophy: mechanical tension, metabolic stress. So you're basically driving those two avenues essentially through the leg extension. So you're fresh, your quad's fresh, you're going to drive more mechanical tension because we're able to load the quad heavy. And then when the quad is fatigued through the leg extension, then the quad compound, the two quad compounds, at the end of the day, mate, your quad's absolutely trashed. You probably do like some lighter work where the goal is to simply get as much blood into the quad as possible and rinse whatever it has left. So you probably have two different drivers of hypertrophy in the same session with the same exercise, if you know what I mean. And then
yeah,
you can manipulate tempo and you might be able to hold. I'm not a fan of holding in the shortened range on a leg extension because it already overloads the shortened range.
yeah,
So like people go, oh yeah, 2 second pause in the first set, 1 second pause in the second. Bro, you're doing nothing rather than literally tiring yourself out and limiting how much you can get in terms of reps because
yeah,
you're already overloading that range.
yeah.
Like it makes zero sense. Like if you do
You're just putting more pressure on the knee joint at that point.
exactly, bro, and
Yeah.
you get no benefit from holding the short. What benefit you get? Obviously, yeah, you get a better neurological connection. You're driving blood to that area, but from a building tissue perspective, you're gathering nothing. So you can see why people might have one before, one after. Nathan has me doing seated hamstring curl, leg press, then hack squat, like leg press variation before squatting variation, then leg extension. Then he's got me doing Bulgarian split squat, then adductor at the end. Like
Fuck.
why adductor at the end? And then he's probably doing adductor at the end because we're going to get a little bit of adductor from the Bulgarian. So we're going into how many times you've seen someone make with like really bad adductors because they're shifting loads of tin.
Yeah.
I'm going into my adductors at the end of the session with my adductors already pumped. So I'm getting like a better neurological connection heading into the adductors. So it's all it's all I've got a reel on this coming out, mate. It's
Okay.
all about trial and error. What
Yeah.
might work for me might not work for Connor. What might work for Connor might not work for me. At the end of the day, as long as your training volume is split across the week, like Connor said, he might do one quad extension before, one after, unilateral work,
Yeah.
hack squat before the leg press before the hack squat. At the end of the day, do what's best for you, man. Because people are seeing me doing the leg press and going, leg press first before a squat compound. Yeah, and what? Makes no difference. I'm gonna do both anyway, so it makes no difference.
Exactly, bro.
So
Uh,
that's it, mate. Good question though. It's
yeah,
like a good.
yeah, that gave a lot. Um,
But
do you wanna shoot for one?
yeah, mate. Charles just coming, mate.
Sick.
People seeing Charles coming into the podcast. How to re Mark, Mark. How to regain more confidence on big movements after a deficit.
Oh, good.
I can go if you want. If it's up to you.
To be fair, I thought you were going to say after an injury, after a deficit.
So think about it. Think about it rationally. You've just come out of a deficit. You're probably just hovering above maintenance. You're trying to find maintenance.
Yeah.
You go into your first leg day. What are you doing in terms of how you're approaching it? Obviously, you've got your logbook there. You've got okay, the numbers. I'm feeling more energized. What are you doing, mate? What's your approach?
The thing is with me, I think confidence will come from result. And if your training doesn't change, which it shouldn't change, deficit or not, you're still hitting. Obviously, you may not be as strong as you were in the back end of a deficit to the fucking peak of a bulk, right? But if your training stays the same all the way through in terms of intensity, approach, form, everything like that stays the same, confidence shouldn't really go. It should just be really fucking exciting now because you're like, wow, I'm gonna get strong now. I
Mm.
think for me, it would be more of a don't rush it, don't rush the fucking progression because that's what I
don't,
did and that fucked up my knees. So
don't get to 5.5 plates of a hack squat. The
don't
side
get
next
don't
time.
get strong too quickly because it will fuck you up. No, it's yeah. With me, I don't think I'd get nervous. I don't really, well, I wouldn't
Nah,
get nervous. I don't really know how to answer that.
yeah, I think what he's trying to come from. I'd never get nervous heading up, mate. Whenever I've come off, like for example, post prep, I was there like, thank God my training's going to be normal again,
Yeah,
and I was there like, it's brilliant. And then after my like pre-prep diet, I was there like, again, can't wait for my training to be slightly better because I'm on more food. But in terms of firstly, why are you actually not confident in a diet phase? I'd probably address that first
yeah,
because you should always be confident and like you can always address your volume depending on your needs within a diet. So if you're thinking, oh, I've got 2 sets of hack squat now, you can probably drop that down to one, make it better. And if you're putting pressure on yourself through lack of confidence, then I'll probably taper that down and then see where you can add volume elsewhere. But like Connor said, it should never change. Your approach, your accuracy, intensity should never change. But what I would do if you're starting to feel less confident, I would do little things like more feeder sets up into your top set, and then you can just sort of reassess how big of a scale of jump up you can go through. Again, like I said, if you have to do like a higher rep set first, then do your heavier loading set, just to like make sure you're mitigating fatigue and like minimizing injury. Again, another thing that you can do. But I wouldn't change anything. Stick to the same rep range. Be moderate in how much you're going to be increasing because it's really easy to go from a 3 plate hack squat to a 4 plate hack squat in a couple of weeks. Obviously, you can only build tissue at a certain time. But then again, your tendons can only grow at a certain time as well, your joint strength. So I'll just make sure when, like in Connor's case, just make sure you're escalating those jumps up in a good manner to minimize injury.
I think what you said
Okay.
with the feeder set is probably the best one in terms of confidence.
Yeah, man. It's
Thinking
really
about it
the
now,
amount of people.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think thinking about it now, if I'm, for example, with my incline dumbbell, which is probably my strongest movement, the amount of feeder sets I do, I get more confident the closer I get because I know,
yeah.
in my head, I know that if I can lift this, if I can lift X, this is going to be a good session. So my
That's what
confidence leading up
exactly.
to that is a bit shaky. And then
Hmm.
when that's done, I'm like, cool, get more confident, get more confident, get more confident. Top
Hmm.
go. So yeah, I
That's
think
the
that's
thing, mate.
the best way to go.
It makes a big difference, mate. Like you're like the stronger you get, the more feeders you'll need. If you're doing like 70 kilos, for example, on a low incline dumbbell, you're doing a 50. People go 60, then 70. You might need 50, 57, 65s, then 70. Then the more exposure you put yourself into, the more warm ups, the greater your confidence in our lead up to that top set. So, yeah, Mark,
Yeah,
great question, mate. But yeah, just be confident, brother.
yeah,
Be
bro.
confident, mate.
Definitely, man. Um, if you had if you had to fight an animal to the death using the animal's way of fighting, e.g., pecking for a bird, what animal would you fight, and do you think you could win?
And wait, whatever we fight, they're going to be better at us that because they've been doing it their whole lives.
Exactly.
If we're
We can't
pecking a
we
bird,
can't peck shit.
we're not going to peck. We're not good at pecking stuff.
We can't peck anything. So a bird would lose to a bird. But then you're thinking, how do monkeys fight? How do gorillas fight?
Mate,
Fists.
I've
But
got
they would
yeah, mate,
fucking kill us. So we'd lose regardless, surely.
mate. We need something that like headbutt stuff. Who's what's like the
Goats.
size of
Goats.
like a cockroach or something. Do you know what I mean? That sort of size.
Cockroach. Yeah, yeah. Have you seen when is it goats or like sheep or something? Or they like
Mate,
head
ones have just
punch?
massive fuck off horns, mate, and they just bash each other. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, bro, what?
But my head
Mate,
would
Mate, and then David Attenborough's going, yes, they're fighting over some females. I'm thinking, what the? Mate,
but
I'm not fighting over no bit.
they just keep going.
Mate, I'm not headbutting somebody for me. They can have sharp. I'm not headbutting nobody.
My
Go.
head would
But
split open.
um,
I'm thinking maybe like a baby monkey, or
what?
like a little one, like a chimp. They're
Yeah, mate.
brutal though.
Yeah, that's it. They have the whole family behind them, mate. Just saying some Planet of the Apes shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, okay, we need something that headbutts, but it's very small. I'm thinking,
What a kangaroo? They punch.
bro, they get on their hind back legs, mate, and they start
Yeah,
beating the people up. Yeah, kangaroo,
I reckon I could
kangaroo,
deal
mate.
with it.
Yeah, man,
They
and the
are big.
baby as well, the little pocket,
Yeah, little
both of them.
stomach gut punch.
Yeah,
That
mate,
baby's out.
I'm going kangaroo, bro.
Yeah,
Kangaroo, mate, down under.
good call. A similar question from the same person.
Same guy.
What is the biggest animal you think you could fight and win?
Jesus Christ. I'm being realistic here.
I'm saying,
Gorilla, no, there's no chance. Monkey, again, mate.
oh, they're
Fuck,
strong. I'm saying a dog. It's
mate. I'm saying one of them big dogs,
yeah.
like the big dogs. Like,
They're difficult though, because if they get their jaw on
fuck.
you, it would be a fucking hard fight. But it's a dog. Do you know, like we could surely,
That or a goat, mate.
yeah, maybe a sheep. Something that's
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say a sheep, mate. Literally, bro, all you gotta do is tip the sheep on its back and it's not getting
yeah,
up.
see you later.
On the back, boom.
But a big old, like a tortoise or one of them big fuckers. Put them
Yeah,
on its
mate,
shell. See you later.
yeah, that's what I mean. If you get a sheep on its back, it cannot turn out, it cannot stand up. So if you get on its back, mate, it's game over.
Yeah, could take about 10 of them.
Mate, 10 sheep.
All right, you pick one, bro. I'll find
Mate,
one.
who thinks of those questions? Okay, advice, mate. We've just gone from beating up sheep to back to volleyball.
Yeah, yeah. Go back.
Advice for somebody considering doing their first competition in the next year or so. Well, time's irrelevant, really, but first competition advice.
It's exactly what this fucking podcast is for, man.
That's what it's for, bro.
Bro, there's so much to talk about. Right. Financially, are you in a good spot? Because
Always the first one that comes to my mind with
prep will
anybody.
empty your bank account. Prep is difficult in terms of money. Like obviously, if you're in this life, you know how expensive food can get. But then you've got to take into account, supplements, show registration, uh, Airbnb if you need one.
Mate, if you actually
And
break it,
there's a lot.
supplements, food, gym membership,
Yeah.
travel, because you're going to be traveling, mate, to
Yeah.
see different people. If you get a content creator, which most
Yeah.
people won't do, but content creation, then you've got to think of the actual show day itself, tan, photography, Airbnb, registration. Then you got to think of like, oh mate, it's so much. And then when you got to sign up for the membership, people don't actually realize this.
Yeah.
You got to get a membership to actually be able to get a place in the show. So you got to get a place in the show. Then you got to get your tanning, which is like 80 quid. Then you got to get your photography if you do get photography. That's another 70 quid. And then you got to get your trunks, like little things, even though females have got to get the whole bikini, and
Oh yeah,
this is
fitness is bad.
mental, mate.
And
Bikini and then the heels.
and
That's
the
not then the
makeup.
food, mate. It's then the drugs as well. If you it's taking crazy, mate.
Yeah, a lot of money goes into it, man. Even like it's so obviously I know PCA is a lot cheaper than Two Bros, but Two
Mhm.
Bros is like you can do multiple classes, but it's like 100 and something, £125 per class. So
Yeah,
like,
mate, it's ridiculous.
and there's people there doing like three, four classes.
Mate, who's paying that, bro? At our age as well. At our age, mate, yeah.
Yeah, no,
We could do
ridiculous.
120, 125 per class, 125, 125, plus the
And then
registration. Then tan.
registration fee.
The tan's more,
Yep.
the photography's more at the
Yep.
at that Two Bro show. Um, but I would say advice financially, make sure you're in a half decent position. Because if you're going to compete, you're going to compete, but just make sure that it's not going to break the bank because it will do if you let it. If you let, there are ways of getting around things, but little things like when you're in prep, you're going to buy the most expensive sauce because it tastes better. You're going to buy the most expensive
Yeah.
bagels because they taste better. You're not going to get the 60p bagels. You're going to get the £1 50 ones. Over a period of time, it does count up. It does. You're
Yeah.
going to get the more expensive food. You're going to get the smoked salmon that costs about sort of £7 rather than the £4 one. You just are. It's one of those things.
I mean, so far we've just made it sound like shit, but if you aren't financially ready for it, it will feel like shit. So make sure you're in a decent spot.
Yeah.
Um, and paying for a coach as well, that's a big one.
Hey,
Um,
coach, we
yeah,
forgot
paying for a coach. That's one of the biggest ones. Okay, so that out of the way, advice for a first timer. It sounds harsh, but well, it's not harsh at all. It's facts. Make sure you have enough muscle because like you will. Obviously that's relative to each person, but you will be disappointed.
Yeah,
Um,
or understand, great example, the Harley kid last week.
yes,
17 years old, he got absolutely peeled out of his nut, but he couldn't get that peeled because he simply didn't have enough tissue. But he did everything he possibly could to get in that condition, which is fair play. He did his best. As long as you know that you might not be able to achieve the condition with somebody who's been training for 10 years with the peeled glutes, the dugout hamstrings, like striations through the delts, as long as you can get peeled as much as you can do for your muscularity, that's fine. But the level of some people prepping nowadays, they don't have the muscularity to get as peeled as they want to. Then what happens? They try and push more, which ends up the look being even worse and worse and worse. So having people around you like big Harley Dabbs in bodybuilding probably understands he can't get that peeled because he hasn't got the muscularity yet, the maturity, but he gets as peeled as he bloody can do, which is what it's all about at the end of the day. As long as you bring the best, that's all that's good. And that brings me on to the next point of not putting any pressure on yourself.
hmm
There is no pressure as a first timer at all, but people think it's going to go perfect. They want to win. If you're putting how successful your prep is, depending on how well you do, you are doing it for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. Um, it should be bring the best you can, and that's all that matters. As long as you know that you can do, and as well, do everything you can in your first prep. Do more above and beyond. If you need to do X amount of cardio, do it because you know that you're just gathering data for the next time round, and you can happily say, "I've done absolutely everything I could have done to achieve the physique that I could have." So,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm trying to think what else. I think one thing I regretted the first time I prepped was not doing a first timers show. Obviously, you only ever get one shot at doing that.
Mhm.
Um, and it's not like a huge deal if you don't do it, but I think looking back, I was like, oh, I wish I kind of did a first timers one at the beginning, just so that I could have done it. Because obviously now you can never do it again. That's not a massive thing going into it, but
I would
Having
say
having the right
financially,
people around you.
yeah, mate. I was just about to say
Yeah.
your circle.
Yeah.
Make sure that you've not got any. I had people, mate, who literally said to me, "You're not ready yet. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready." And I was like, 4 weeks. Like, you're not ready. You could be 4 weeks out, mate. You're miles behind people. There, like, yeah, bro, you're looking sick, mate. And then next thing you know, you probably take your foot off the gas a little bit, feeling the sound next thing you know. But your circle is so important. That communicating with your family, communicate. That's what to talk about. Communicate with your family that you might feel like ass some days. Your family are never going to get it. They're never going to get it. Like the people that come up to you in the gym and say, "Oh yeah, bro, I know exactly how you feel. Thank you for understanding, bro, but you probably don't know how I feel unless they've been through the process themselves." But if you sit down with your family, I sat down with my family the day before prep started, and I was there like, some days later on down the line, I am going to feel a bit draggy. It's not your fault, but as long as you understand that some days I might feel a bit worse or a bit worse or weather, and the next thing you know, mate, they understand. Oh, Tom's all right. He's just a bit tired. Obviously, Shaw was here and said, "Yeah, he's all right. He's all good." But letting your family understand how things might be really, really good to understand how you feel, why you might feel, why the way you might be doing certain things and all that sort of stuff. Because, like I said, you do become more of a robot in prep. You wake up at certain times, you go for a walk at certain times. It got to the point where I was drinking my juice at certain times, mate. Like it happens. You just do it. You just do it, mate. So if your family sort of know your routine,
Yeah.
bob on.
Yeah. I think that's a really good one. Communication as a whole. Same goes for communication with like a coach. Don't
Yeah, mate, that's
hold
even
it
more
back.
important. Even
Don't hold
more
it
important.
back. They'll like really, really just speak about everything because the more the coach knows, the more that they can help.
Hmm.
Yeah. If you're holding anything back, it's just gonna.
Yeah, I felt like it was weird, mate. Like not a sign of weakness, but like I wanted to, and like I tried to trick myself into feeling that I was fine. I'm all right. It's all good. And then as soon as I said to Christian, I was like, bro, mate, I am not struggling, but like, am I behind? And he goes, mate, just keep doing what you're doing. Stop stressing and just keep doing. Like, don't think, just do. And I was there like, he's right. The next thing you know, it all turned out all right. So I think communication with your coach, communicating with your family, how your financial position is, as well as obviously doing as most you possibly can do to get the desired result that you want is important. No expectations. I know it's so easy to say no expectations. You want to win, we do it because we win, but don't base how successful your prep is on the result. As long as you can look back at photos and look back at that time and be like, I couldn't have been any better than what I did on that show day. I came sick, bro, but I knew I couldn't have looked any better, mate. That's fine
Buzzing.
by me.
Yeah.
Buzzing. I can't do anything more. The judges are going to have their opinion. I knew I was going to have the same feedback, get more muscle, but I know that I can look back at that show day and be like, I fucking nailed the look that I wanted to do at the start of prep. So it's all good.
Exactly, bro. Um, most of my other questions I've got are either predictions or drugs and food.
Drugs,
Yeah. So, what would you rather, drugs or food? What do you want to go for first?
food,
Food, yeah.
food,
Okay.
mate. Way, mate, food easily.
No, no, no. No, that wasn't. That was me
Oh,
asking.
mate, I was going to say, someone they say food. I was going to say food,
No, no,
mate.
no. Would you rather answer a question about drugs or food?
Oh, drugs. Drug question.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay. What labs are you currently using slash recommend? I hear a lot about ROM, Quanta, and Southern Ghost.
Mate,
Thanks.
I've never heard of Southern Ghost.
Never heard of Southern Ghost. Also, I wouldn't recommend anyone take anything, but we'll talk from like research purposes and experience, I guess. Um,
Yeah, we need to say this. We should say it in every single episode. We don't condone the
no, not at
use
all.
of PEDs, right? The reason why we started this podcast is to not only go through the year of competing and obviously bring light to amateur bodybuilders, but also help people. I wish I had this podcast
Yeah.
when I was getting into bodybuilding. What do people take? All that sort of stuff. So you haven't got to make stupid decisions down the line. So whenever we're talking about stuff, it's from anecdotal evidence from ourselves, at practical application that we've used on ourselves, maybe, and also, yeah, just take it with a pinch of salt.
Okay, so in terms of the labs that he's mentioned, Southern Ghost I've never heard of. ROM I've never used, but I've heard good and bad things. I
I've never used it before, but I have heard that a lot of people have done it,
yeah,
feel great. Most people that have done it haven't felt great.
yeah. I've heard a mixed opinion with that. Same with Quanta. Quanta was one that I've used pretty much all through prep. And I never had any issues with it. I think there was you wouldn't blame the lab for this. You'd blame um where the lab gets their raw powders from China or wherever. Um, they must have sent over like a weaker batch or whatever for test for that order. But I remember getting my bloods done, and we spoke about it before. My test was plummeted in the bin. So when I swapped out to a different lab for test and everything else, everything improved. So I am currently swapped out to Invictus Labs, which is a really good one. I haven't had any issues with that, and it's very consistent with its lab results and everything like that. So Quanta and what was the first one I used? Crown Farm?
Mate, I was about to say I've
Yeah,
used Crown and Quanta, and those are the two that I've used the majority of. Yeah, no, all of yeah, those two
yeah.
and Adelphi.
I know Adelphi, but I've never used it.
Mm,
Yeah,
no, that's it.
yeah. In terms of labs, those are good ones. Um, Another one. So should you take your Himbine every day, regardless, or just the days that you do cardio if you're not at cardio every day yet?
Also, should you take your Himbine every day?
Even if you're not doing cardio, is the question basically.
I would say, oh, if you're not utilizing that period of time in a fasted state, then you're probably negating the facts of not actually using it. So I would say if you're either going for a fasted walk instead of cardio, so for example, you might have 4 lots of cardio throughout the week, but on those 3 other days you might be going for a fasted walk, then yes, I probably would take it. But if you're chomping on your himbine, then you're eating your first meal after 5 minutes. Well, there's no point having it in. So I would say as long as you're doing some form of expenditure in a fasted state, then yes, use it. If not, don't use it because literally you're negating the benefits of it. To be honest.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree. Cool. Do you want to pull up some more? I've got a few more after.
Yeah, mate. I got a few more. I got a few more. Here we go, mate. First timers questions again.
Sick.
How to deal with the pressure of competing for the first time? Again, don't really get the question, Joseph, but pressure of competing first time. Is there any pressure competing first time? Might be like the first time experience, not knowing what to
I
do,
think
except.
I think obviously what you said previous about like you shouldn't put pressure on yourself
Mhm.
in terms of being a first timer. But regardless of that statement, there is still like a element of pressure that you can.
There always will be,
There
bro.
always like bro, there's pressure every time you compete from yourself.
Always,
Um,
always.
I think the best way to deal with it is having the people around you. So it's basically stemming off of one of the other points we said was having like good people around you who will tell you the truth, how you're looking, how you're feeling, what you should
Hmm.
shouldn't do, whatever. Um, Whether that be friends, family, coach, etc. That's obviously going to help you with you and your mindset. But I think regardless, you're going to put pressure on yourself because you want to, if you genuinely want to do well, you will put pressure on yourself because
Most definitely, it is
that's
true.
just how it works. Like you will,
Yeah,
because bro, you're not if you aren't putting pressure on yourself, you don't actually really want it that much. I don't think.
but I would agree in
Yeah.
some shape or form. I do agree. Like if you're not like to either put pressure on yourself to fulfill your actions to
Yeah.
get where you want to be, like if you're not putting pressure on yourself to make sure you nail absolutely every single variable in a prep, then do you really want it? I
See,
would question.
that's where you should put pressure on you
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
get the boxes ticked every day,
Uh-huh.
not to win a fucking overall. Because
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
you shouldn't put pressure on your results. You should put pressure on your performance.
Hmm.
Boom.
Mate, that's a great statement there.
That's the fucking one.
That's a great one, mate. There we go.
Mic drop.
Joseph, there is your answer, bro.
Yeah. Deal with the pressure by fucking doing well. Like every day, tick the boxes. That's what you should do.
Most definitely. Fulfill your own needs. Don't worry about the result. As long as you've done everything you possibly can do, Like I said, that's the main thing.
Yeah, man, that's it. Um, what? How does your diet look at the moment? In terms of like just macros and stuff. What's
Oh,
the
mate,
I'm
macros,
gonna pull up my sheets because I can't off the top of my head. I don't know. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm eating more food than you.
mate.
I
I'm not
think,
surprised, bro. Mate, my blood glucose was 3.8, mate. I'm as sensitive as anything like that.
bro. I think I'd rather not eat as much though. This like it's
Everyone says that. I'm the
horrible.
same.
I'm on training day, 377 grams of protein, 950 grams of carbs,
What?
73 fat. So that's 6,117 calories on a training day.
Bro, wait, let me just go through mine, mate, on
Do
training
your
day.
do your training day, yeah?
325 grams of protein,
Okay.
665 grams of carbs,
Oh, mate.
72 grams of fat, which is 4,608 calories.
Mate, I would
Oh,
actually, I'm pretty sure that's similar to what my rest day is, man. Uh, my rest day is 243 protein, so a nice little chunk less.
yeah, mate. Just help
Um,
with that aiding that digestion from all that food you've been eating before.
Mate, 419. Actually, wait, no, sorry. Hold on. There's a reason why it says that. Tom basically swapped out my last meal. So my fifth meal is now just free meal. So every rest day, my fifth meal is an off plan. Because he's just trying to shoot my body weight up. So fucking, and he said every rest day, last meal off plan has to be 1.5k calories or more. Um, so it's fucking yeah. So this is for four meals out of the five. So it is 400, sorry, 243 protein, 419 carb, 39 fat. So 3,140 calories. Sound. But then I've got to have 1,500 calories from somewhere else.
What's your go-to at the moment?
Pizza. It's
Mate,
horrible.
I've been,
But
mate,
pizza.
bro, I've been nailing a Domino, I shouldn't call it a fucking Domino's. Domino's, mate. Mate, it is so good. It's so
Bro, you
much
know
better. I don't
what?
know what they've done to it, mate.
Domino's makes my stomach fucked. I go Pizza Express, but they're smaller, so I get two. Um, so I had one last night, bro. I have
They're smaller, so I
two
just get
pizzas.
to.
So I get two. I get two pizzas and then a dessert. So it's either like ice cream and cookies or just like one of them, depending on how.
Mate, cookie box. I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
it needs to happen.
Okay.
We need our own amateur hour discount code. The
Yeah.
boys need to know about the cookie box.
We'll get
It's
a little
incredible.
sponsor.
But you know what, mate? Next time I see you, I'm going to give you one. I'm
Yeah.
going to give you the whole, mate. It's so good, bro. It's so good. Like
What's
you need
your
to,
what's your food on a rest day?
mate. My food in the rest day, mate, is 300. I may have accidentally made a new sheet. Delete that. Nutrition. Here we go. 319 grams of protein, 544 grams of carbs, 72 fat again, which is 4,100 calories.
Okay.
Mate, I'm so hungry then, mate.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather be like that though. I'd rather be hungry.
Yeah,
Like
like I'm eating my meals. I'm there like, bro, I could eat again.
what's
So
what's interesting, right? So as of well, it should come in the post tomorrow or the next day, I think. Um, I am trialing out a peptide which is going to help with appetite. Um,
what's it
GHRP2.
called?
GHRP2.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's got a name for it. But
It's something to do
yeah,
with your ghrelin and growth hormone release
yeah,
and
no, yeah. It's made. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
Um,
I know.
Tom's been trialing it out on himself. Tom's a fucking guinea pig for his clients, right? He trials it out on himself to see how it works for a few weeks and then recommend it to a couple just to see how it works again. So we're gonna put it in 2 days a week, um, at 250 micrograms. So it's like you do, I think he wants me to do it 125 after meal two and then 125 after post workout or with my post workout. Um, and from what I've heard, so he's been trialing it and he said you take it and you can just fucking eat and eat and eat without feeling like shit afterwards. He said that he tried 250 micrograms in one shot, and he ate about 4,000 calories in an hour. Um, and then just was fine for the rest of the day. And he was like, it's fucking good, but it's like it's dangerous. So he was like, we're splitting it up across the day. So my food could get like way higher than this. I'm excited to try it, to be fair, because my appetite is pretty fucked.
It's
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. But it's just something else that I've got to pin. So I'm like, I'm not looking forward to that.
mate, that's the thing, mate. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into the pin situation again.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even going to get into it. I feel like Luke Litter in the morning, mate. Genuinely, I feel like a human dartboard. But
Yeah,
you know, we move. Um, that's the ones that I got. But literally, I got three saying Arnold predictions.
yeah.
What's your top three at the Arnolds? Are you going to be at the Arnolds? What day are you at the Arnolds? There's four questions about the Arnolds. So yes, I am at the Arnolds. You're there for all 3 days, aren't you?
I'm there for all three. We're going Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mental, bro. Mental.
Buzzing,
But I
bro.
will be,
We can pull up a couple of the Arnold's competitors on here and go over.
mate. Have you seen AV? What's his name?
And Antoine.
Antoine, mate. I was going to call him Antonio. Jesus.
Antoine looks fucking ridiculous, bro. But the
I don't
thing is,
know,
he
mate.
always looks good on his own. It's when he
Bro, exact. I was about to say, but he looked great 2 years ago when he came in. And I'm thinking, then he got absolutely smoked. So, but then
I'll pull up a few. Hold on, let me share the screen. Um post it. It says on this, it says when I click share screen, host
I
the
got you, bro. I got you, mate.
you
Here we
got it?
go. Is that better?
Yeah, all sorted. There we go.
Mate, we're
Okay.
good. We're good like this.
Can you see this? Is that
Yeah, I
working?
can see it, bro. I can see it, bro.
Okay. James looks fucking sick.
Mate, I cannot describe to you how excited I am. He looks James times 10.
Yeah.
Like he brings this grainy nut, mate. Look, mate, look
Mate,
at the bro. Look at like the calves, the hamstrings. I don't instantly look at it and go, "Wow, his back's big." I mean, I look at the density of his
yeah.
fucking legs, bro.
It's the did he post do you follow him, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Do you I don't know if he put it on his story yesterday. There was someone basically commented on his post saying like, oh, these dumbbell rows aren't optimal.
mate.
Um
I saw that.
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
That's
Um,
so funny,
oh, James deleted the post, I think. But
mate. You're literally telling like
he then put this up and was like, yeah, I should probably sort out my back training. It's not optimal. Bruv, look at that. What is that?
he literally looks like a turtle, bro. Not even joking.
That's mental. That's ridiculous.
The guy's a freak, mate, and I don't think he is going to get top three, but I wish I just want him to turn out, and I want him to be like, that's the best James yet, and that's all I care about. As long
You
as I
don't think
see
who do you think will get top three? Like, who do you think will get third?
Raphael,
Really? Raf looks good. Raf,
Raphael, mate,
let me pull up Raf.
is Horse MD doing the show? So I know he was. I mean,
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
mate, this guy's. It's just he's got everything. He just needs more. Like literally, he's got everything. Um,
Uh,
but mate, the guy's an absolute freak, bro. Genuinely,
He is a
him.
freak. He is a freak. He looks. I'm trying to find. Is he that? Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, mate, it's crazy. But then again, he is one of those people, mate, that just look better on Instagram. Like
Yeah,
he just like he's one of those people that have oh yeah, he's gonna look great, and the next thing you know, he turns up and he just comes in like super washed.
he's in though. Have you look at his face?
This is the best I've seen him. This is the best
Yeah.
I've seen him, mate, which is good.
Um,
But I think
like
obviously if
that,
Horse
that's a
MD,
great look.
mate, if Horse MD does the show,
Yeah,
I could
horse is doing it.
mate, I could see him causing a little bit of an upset, mate. In what he did like in Prague, mate. I'm not even joking. The guy is a fucking phenom. I have not seen a side leg like his in ages, mate. Are you mad?
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Are you, mate? He hit his side leg against Samson, and he made Samson's side leg look small. And Samson's side legs are ridiculous, mate. Obviously, you got Rami, who will never get beaten from the side leg, but still, that is freaky.
Yeah, there's a reason he's called horse. Like that is.
Yeah, mate. My man's gonna the hay on that bitch. Jesus, fuck,
No, it'd be really cool to see him. He's also the fact that he's like only this is only his second pro show ever. Was it third?
mate. It'll be
Second
third
pro.
by the time he does it. Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be the third.
it's yeah, silly. Who else? So obviously Samson and Hadi. Who have you got winning?
Bro, I personally think, and I'm not saying it out of complete bias, Samson.
Yeah,
Like,
I think the judges are going to go for Samson, man.
same here, mate. Is mate, if you actually think about what bodybuilding actually like, he embodies it, bro. He has everything. Everything. His back, obviously, his back needs to be brought up. Yes, Hardy has more conditioning. We understand that, but mate, the guy is mental.
Yeah. But the thing is, you say Hardy's got more conditioning. I agree, but the conditioning that Samson's brought now, compared to the Olympia that wasn't even long ago,
Oh yeah,
absolute
it's
fuck
just
joke.
it's Hardy to make through the chest, mate. I've never seen chest striations like it, bro. Like into
No, neither.
chest, the delts, mate, as well. The glutes, obviously, nothing's like Derek, mate, when he absolutely obliterated everyone from the rear shots. But I think with how Samson's looking, mate, I can see Samson causing a bit of an. It's not even an. Is it an upset? No, not
Yeah.
really.
No, no, it's not enough at all. Because I think more people than not want him to win it.
Yeah,
Where's the one? It's
mate,
just
look at that,
where he flexes his hamstring, and it just looks stupid.
mate. It looks like a guitar string, mate. That's what it looks like. I feel like
Yeah, I
I'm,
think it is this one.
mate.
Damn,
Look at it. Oh my god.
bro, it's silly. He looks sick. He looks so good. I really hope he wins. I don't. Has Had he posted anything since?
I don't think he has, mate. I think he put out a little one when he came over to America, but then
He posted this leg day
that
one,
was it. Yeah. So when he arrived, that was it. So he arrived and put one out. Yeah.
but they just look pumped, so you can't really see
Yeah.
too much. Obviously, he's fucking lean and big, but like that's not what he's gonna look like on stage. Um, I like the way he trains. He's just strong as
Mate, he just mate. There we go.
he looks good, man. But
Oh,
I really want Samson to win. I really
I
want.
think I want to go. I want it to be Samson, Hardy, Horse. So I want Horse just to be like, I want him to come out and they're like, mate, it's his third shot. Like, do you know what I mean? So I want it to be that, but I do think Raphael or Antoine will be third.
I don't know, man. I don't think Antoine will put it out because
I think Raphael has more
we've
chance of
seen
being
him.
third than
Yeah,
Antoine.
yeah. We've seen Antoine kind of look good leading into his show, and then just on
Mm-hmm.
stage just doesn't really look
Uh-huh. No, I agree.
anything close to. But like these look ridiculous. They look like they should be contending for a fucking win. Um, I think it's just with the caliber of people who are going.
Yeah, man. I agree completely.
I think him and James will be close, like together, in terms of comparisons.
Man, I just want James
That's
to
what it
be.
was. That's what it was at the Olympia.
I want James to just be so good, mate. I sort of all I care about really, mate, is Samson to win
Yeah.
and James to bring like 100% James. Because I would love to see that mate live, genuinely. Like
Who else is doing it?
you got the big fat net guy.
He's doing the UK one. He's not doing Ohio.
Oh, was
Uh,
he in Ohio?
no, he pulled out. He's not actually Nextzilla, is it? His Instagram.
I think it might be. Yeah, it is.
No, yeah.
Oh God, mate. Let's have a little look who
That
else is doing it.
must not be him. No, that's not him. It's what's his name? It's Rubiel. There you go, Rubiel Mascara. His fucking picture. That's funny.
Oh, you've got Akeem who's doing it, who's pretty decent.
Akeem will look well. Will look good. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Other
he
than that, mate,
posted.
that's really it. You've got Justin Rodriguez, nah.
Yeah.
But you've got James, Samson, Akeem, and then you've got Antoine, Raphael, Horse MD, and then Hardy. And then obviously my what's his name? Andrew Jack backed out, didn't he? But
Andrew
other
Jackson.
than that,
So this is Akeem's recent update. He's apparently very flat in this.
mate, he's so flat. He did what shows he doing? I think he did the New York Pro, I think it was, or the Tampa Pro like a year ago,
Yeah,
last year. Mate, he looked full as a house, mate. So he is pretty flat here,
he will look really good, I think, if he lands it well.
mate. Yeah, mate, most definitely.
But do you
Most
know who looks like an absolute fucking freak recently? He's not doing the Arnold,
bro, I was just about to say, mate. He put up a post in the other day of
bro.
him doing like a most Musk.
This one.
Jesus, mate, what is going on here?
Is that zoomed in for you if I zoom in?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at that, mate.
these are stupid.
And that is your New York Pro Champion this year,
It
mate.
has to be,
No
yeah.
doubt about it.
There's no way that
No doubt.
what's his name? Uh,
Tonio?
Antonio Burton. He's
Yeah,
not.
mate.
There's no way, bro.
No way, bro. No chance. Hey, guys, if you want to see how somebody actually trains, head
Yeah,
over to Nick
watch Nick.
Walker's.
Nick is a great trainer.
So,
Like,
class.
bro just does body weight dips. He doesn't need to add weight to it.
Yeah,
Get his arms. What the fuck?
mate. Get some Mediform and Synthol and them. Jeez. Yeah, man's a freak.
And his
Absolute.
waist, bro. His waist is tight.
Mate, he
Somehow,
does like he does like midsection control. That's why he can pose literally for days, mate. And his midsection control is a joke.
really cool physique. Because like the thing is, when he was first like breaking into the pro scene, he didn't look like this. Like his waist wasn't like this. Obviously, he's
No
wider
chance.
up top, so his taper is more. But like, he didn't look this good when he first came onto it. Like he looked like a freak, but now he looks somewhat aesthetic somehow.
There's no one like him, mate. There's no one like him. Genuinely.
Do you think that he could have won the Olympia if he did it?
Nah, mate.
Really?
Not against Derek. I'm afraid
I
not.
think.
Nah. Like, look at that rear shot there. Like, compare that to
Yeah.
Derek.
Hold on. He posted a few like
He posted one, didn't he? Saying like, "Oh,
right
what could have
after,
been? What could
right
have been?" Or
after the
something.
Olympia. Yeah. Um, which would have been around here somewhere because he's pretty
Yeah,
fucking. There's the hamstring.
yeah. It was November time, so
Um, this the last check-ins before leaving for Orlando.
I don't think he would have, mate. Genuinely, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, probably not.
Nah, he would, mate. He would have come.
But who would have he moved out? Would Samson still be top three?
I think so. I think he would have come fourth. Samson was. People forget how good Samson was at the Olympia,
Yeah,
mate. He was so good, so good.
yeah. Nick is great. I'm happy he's not just like wanting a special invite to the Olympia and he's actually going to qualify.
Mate, that was ballsy, bro. I like that. I rate that so highly.
And he's just trying to prove a point. He's like, mate, I'm fucking here.
But he is one of the best, so why would you just prove it? Like,
Exactly. Bro, he shouldn't be scared about not winning a show. He's gonna win a fucking show. Of
mate, he's gonna win the New York Pro easy.
course he will.
The guy's an absolute freak show, mate. No one like him.
Talking about amateurs, as this is a amateur show, I know Peck is doing the first show.
The guy, ever since the last podcast, mate, when we went through his physique, the guy's a freak. He's weighing 260 pounds, 258 pounds, right? What the
That,
hell is going on?
that's ridiculous. Um, where has he got like these are all post workout in it? So upper day pump. Right. He looks fucking sick.
It's crazy,
Um,
bro. Genuinely.
do you know
Mental.
what? Do you know what? It sounds weird to say, but it is a good comparison. I think he from the rear, he's fucking stupidly good. Like
Mhm.
pro worthy good. From the front, there's something about the front double bicep that in my head, like his waist looks way smaller in the back double bicep than it does from the front.
Yeah. No, I do get what you mean.
I don't know what it is. That doesn't show it too well. But like from his stage shots last year, I think he should have fucking turned pro last year. But like, bro, he's gonna do damage. He'll probably get it at the Arena. I don't know who
I
else.
hope so, man. I hope so. Really, really do, mate. The guy's so strong as well.
No,
Ridiculously strong.
he's 280 RDL for 6 reps.
Ridiculous, mate.
And then he's safety bar squatting like
Mate, he's safety spar squatting 6 plates.
6 plates, yeah.
Don't, bro,
260 for 8
6 plates.
on a safety bar.
Mate, it moves so easy as well. This is reps and reserves as well. Like, he's
No,
not
I
trained to
think I
fight.
think he was probably James's like best training partner of like the recent years because like he could keep up with James very well.
Oh, mate,
Him and
it's
James were going pound for pound. Like Yeah, ridiculous strength.
Freakish,
On prep,
genuinely freakish.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
on prep as well. It's just actually on prep.
yeah, it's
Mental.
crazy.
What's your predictions though? I'll give my predictions. What's your prediction?
I genuinely think Samson will take it. If
Uh-huh.
say nothing goes wrong, like they go in all at 100%, right? I think Samson will take it. It will be close, but it will just be down to what the judges prefer to see in terms of like, do they want to go down the Hardy route or the Samson route?
I agree.
I don't
I
think
agree.
it'll be like, oh, Hardy smashed him out of the park or Samson smashed him out of the park. It will be which way do they want to push bodybuilding for this year, which I think is going to be Samson. Um, so that would leave Hardy second. I really want James third, man.
Mate,
I
I want
see it
James third.
happening. I see it happening.
I
But
want James third.
I think the battle for third is between about 3 or 4 people. So it's
Yeah,
like
most definitely.
first and second is almost solidified, like pretty much solidified. It's the battle for third and above, really. So
Hmm.
I think I agree with you in terms of Raf could do it, Horse MD could do it,
Mate, I
James could
told you,
do it.
bro. Horse MD is more likely to come third than Antoine, and it's going
Yeah,
to be between him and Raf.
yeah.
And if James can hang with those dudes, like in terms of obviously conditioning wise, he's going to be up there. If
Hmm.
he can hang there, like muscularity wise, obviously we've not compared Horse MD and James yet, but in terms of like those two standing side by side, which will happen, if he compares, mate, that'll be sick, mate.
Because the thing
That'll
is, they don't really get that many like granite, hard,
that's there's not many
dry,
people like James, bro.
but
And if he can
James
bring
has
it
all of it.
100%, bro,
Because
it'll
when
be good.
James is on it, like when he's full and he's not like dick skin shredded, obviously he's shredded, but he's not so shredded to the point he looks small, to the point where he's full as a house, dry, and looks grainy as fuck. Bro, he's so hard to beat. So hard to beat.
I agree.
So
I
I think
agree, bro.
I really, really think he'll get third. And then I'm gonna say like Horse, Raf, Antoine, Akeem.
That's it.
Is that it?
Really. That's it. Justin Rodriguez, maybe, but that's
Justin.
about it.
Yeah. I mean, Justin could come out the fucking. Justin's good. It's just he's old.
He's
He's,
just old, mate. He just turns up for
yeah, he's just getting the paycheck. Isn't it?
that's all it's there for, bro.
What do you think about Classic? Just quickly, what like between Brion
Oh,
as Ramon?
mate, my favorite physique, Wesley. I
Oh,
saw him at the
and
Arnolds,
yeah,
saw him at the Arnolds, mate. I was there like, bro, mental,
wicked.
ridiculous rig.
Yeah,
Urs, I think embodies classic. Some people think that he's robotic. I don't personally. I think he just that's just the way his shape is, way his like the way his clavicles hang, it makes his delts a bit more round. But Brion, incredible. Urs will take it there personally. Obviously, is Ruff's
Ramon.
doing it as well. Ruff's
No,
doing it.
Ruff pulled out.
You pull out.
He pulled out quite early. I don't know what the reason was. I think it was. I'm pretty sure he said personal reasons, but I've got a feeling it's something to do with his girlfriend's prep
Oh, I see.
because she's a wellness. I don't know if
Oh,
she's
okay.
Olympian, but she's a wellness competitor. It's something to do. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain I saw something about it lines up wrong with her prep.
Okay.
Um,
Well, let's go. Let's say that he's not there. You got
yeah,
Ramon. You've got that's top two,
yeah,
easy.
yeah, yeah.
Then you got third, probably between Brion and Terrence.
Yeah.
That'll be third
Brion
and
looks
fourth. And
fucking
then, mate, he looks class. I really, really rate his physique.
bro. Brion looks very good.
And then fifth and sixth were between Wesley and Michael, the bull. That'll
Yeah,
be between that'll be the top six. Then between obviously you've got Courage Para, yeah, Darren Farrell. But
have a look at this.
mate, I love Brion's physique. I really, really rate it, man. I'm
100%.
so glad that when they changed the classic cap, he went back to classic.
Yeah, bro, he is. Bro, you know he's like mid 40s.
Mate, the guy's back is a joke. It's mental.
He's got a very cool physique.
Mate, his arms as well, bro. They're massive.
Like just that's aesthetic as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I
Um,
personally think it's between obviously Ramon, it'll be Ramon first, second, then it'll be between Brion and Terence for third and fourth. Then it'll be Wesley, Michael, then everyone else will just go bing, 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 bing.
yeah.
Look at that, mate. Are you joking?
I think Brion could shock a lot of people. I think Brion's gonna come in a lot better than people expect.
I'm going to go, I'm going to say it Ramon, Brion, Terence. I want to say Wesley, but I want to back Michael, but I'm going to go Wesley, then Michael. That's what I'm going for.
Wesley looks sick. I really like Wesley.
Wesley looks
I
sick,
think the
bro.
thing with him, he never gets compared to these lot at the Olympia. So this is his chance to like show
Mm-hmm.
right next to them. Which I think he'll look a lot better than people think because like he is a very, very tall guy. So when he's
Mate,
next to them with that shape and that fucking taper, bro, I think he'll make some of them look stupid.
I agree completely. I cannot wait. Genuinely, I
Yeah.
cannot wait to watch it. It's going to be sick. But I mean, I've covered all my questions. Have you
Yeah.
got you covered all your questions, mate? We went through Arnold predictions. There's 4 or 5 questions about Arnold's, mate. I'm going to the
Yeah.
Arnold Saturday, so I'll be there Saturday. But other than that, boys, girls, hopefully, if there's some girls listening, there it is, episode 7. I think episode 8. Like I said, we'll do probably physique one, probably episode 9, maybe, but the next one we'll see what goes from there. But next Monday, we'll get it recorded, we'll get it out. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share, rate us 5 star, like most people have. Tag us on your stories and all of that good stuff. Obviously, if you want us to see how everybody on in terms of competitors, in terms of coaches who've got competitors coming on this year, tell us and we'll get them on. But other than that, people, thank you for listening and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.